Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to day 19 of the 31 Days of Horror. DBougie86 here again to bring you a review now. If you followed my channel last year, as you know, on this day, famed Italian horror director Umberto Lenzi passed away. It was very shocking to me personally because I love a lot of Lenzi films in general. So what I decided to do anyways, like every 31 days on the 19th, I will review an Umberto Lenzi film for you guys. Now, with that being said, this one was actually a first time watch for me. It's one that I wanted to check out for the longest time. It never had like a really great release, but now it does because 88 Films released it on their Italian collection line. And it goes by the title of Eyeball. Yes, this is a giallo film directed by Umberto Lenzi. Now, the main plot of Eyeball, without going too fucking crazy into it, because this movie gets fucking crazy, is it's a group of tourists that are touring around Spain. Like there's a priest, there's a lesbian photographer and model couple, and a few other characters, include our main character, Mark, played by John Richardson, of course, from Torso and 1 Million Years BC. And what ends up happening is this mysterious killer starts attacking and targeting women. And what ends up happening is the women in this group end up getting killed, but the killer leads a trading Carl where he plucks one of their eyeballs out of their head. And it's fucking great. And it's pretty much just your typical giallo fashion after that, where it's an investigation into like what's going on while more murders pile up, and red herrings galore in this one. Eyeball, what can I say about it? Now, my thoughts on it. Really fucking weird giallo, man. When I was first watching this, I was expecting like a straight up like typical like standard giallo, but this one's kind of goofy in a way, because you got this scenario where a group of Americans are touring Spain, and that aspect of it's kind of goofy when you go into it with them. And then you got this a whole like idea of this killer plucking people's eyeballs out. It's kind of fucking funny when you think about it, for a giallo standard anyways. But the film is well shot. It looks beautiful. This transfer by 88 Films is outstanding. The score by Bruno Nicolai, amazing. It sends through like the whole movie, and it just gets that atmosphere and feel of a typical giallo. And now, with that being said, I watched this in the English dub, of course. I always watch my Italian movies with the English dub sometimes. Most of the time, anyways. It depends on the movie, pretty much for me. The dub was actually pretty good, There was like few characters I thought where the dub was kind of like, oh, okay, they chose that voice. But okay, whatever, That's the way I do my dubs sometimes. I don't mind dubs. It is a jarring process, especially with old school Italian films. That's how they were made. So you get used to it after a while, after you watch a few Italian movies like that. The scenarios and settings are just outstanding, especially with the whole Spain setting in Barcelona and Stiges. Really fucking beautiful the way that this film was shot. Umberto Lenzi did great capturing the imagery of the movie. And just even with the kills in general are very outstanding, very slasher-esque for early mid-70s film. We hear about Torso and like A Bay of Blood, but you never hear anybody talk about Eyeball, really, when they talk about giallos that influenced the slasher genre. And this is def one of them, because it even has like that like some slashers have those goofy quirks like the characters in this movie do, and it's really fucking fun. I'm not going to give away the ending of this one because I want you guys to check this out. It actually caught me for a loop, because I did think it was going to go in like that standard giallo way without giving too much away. A lot of giallos I see with a certain character in them, usually end up being that character. But I was kind of glad that it was fucking not. But at the same time, when the killer is revealed, it was fucking like my mouth was dropped, especially with the scenario that was going on within the scene. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? This movie's off the rails, you know? It just went fucking full-blown fucking crazy with the fucking ending. I love the ending of this movie. It was fucking great. Fucking awesome. You know, it was fucking stupid, but fucking funny at the same time, you know? It's just something you don't see in, like, certain amounts of giallos. They're usually, like, more, like, not bland, like, as in bad, but bland in the way that they're delivered, you know? So this one had, like, that fucking, you know, fucking crazy fucking obsessive fucking craziness in it, and you know, it involves eyes. I'll just give you that much away. But fucking great. Fucking love this film. This definitely is going to be a rewatch of one for me. Definitely up there with probably one of the funnest giallos I ever seen. And if you're a fan of slashers, I say check it out, because there's some cool motifs that come from other slashers from the future too with this one, which I did dig. So if I had to rate Eyeball, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. Really fucking fun film from Umberto Lenzi. Really fun score, scenario. Characters were actually funny too, even like the cop stuff I liked. Because the cop was like, I'm going to be retiring in 3 days. Come on, let's get this case over with. You know, it was fucking funny. Special features. This has actually a lot of special features. I actually haven't had a chance to watch them. But I'll go through them real quick with you guys. All Eyes on Lenzi, The Life and Times of Italian Exploitation Titan, which is interviews with even Umberto Lenzi himself, John Martin, Manuel Garmazgaska, yeah, wow, Rachel Nesbitt, Colin Waddell, of course, he works with 88 Films a lot, Mikhail Koven, Denali Mate, Giovanni Labani Radici, of course, classic actor right there, fucking legend. And writer, director, Scooter McRae. Eyeballs on Martine Borchardt. Yeah, I'm fucking bad with names today, guys. Which is an actress in the film. It's an interview with her. Eyeball Locations featurette, which I do want to check out. I want to see what some of those locations look like now. And it has an audio commentary by the Slasher podcast, The Hysteria Continues. They do a lot of releases, and they're fun commentaries. I didn't actually listen to this one yet, but some of them are very fun because they bring back like nostalgia with the film and shit. Because some of the times the films they do cover, they have covered on their podcast before. So they have like goofy moments where they talk about certain characters and shit. Like the Offerings commentary they did was fucking awesome. But yeah, let's still check out that one. So yeah, I'm gonna be digging into special features, but as always, I'm actually gonna be running out of the door soon. I might be going to see Halloween later. That's why I'm getting this review out there. So I'll let you know my thoughts on Halloween maybe. But overall, highly remarkable release. Highly recommend it. And that's it for this review, guys. So as always, I'll see you tomorrow with another one. Peace out.